Hello everyone, how's it going? I'm back with another message you to hear right now. Let's hop right into it and find out what message your angels have for you today. So from the jump, I am hearing that you have people talking about you, and why they're talking about you is because you definitely are reacting and doing things very different than what they expected you to do. I always say this, if you're new here, welcome. You guys are my light workers and my healers. You are here for a divinely orchestrated spiritual purpose, and not everybody's going to understand that. What I'm also picking up on is the fact that you have gone through a very intense transformation that got you acting very differently than the ways you used to act. I also feel like you guys always have this reputation no matter what season in your life you are on, just because you do have the tendency to just pick up and move on from things that aren't right for you, or you have the tendency to go inward and transform yourself when you feel like the vibes are off in certain situations. But right now, there's something very, very different about the way that you are acting and reacting, and people are talking about it. I'm also hearing that there was a situation that got people shocked, the way that you stood up for yourself, I'm hearing. What I also picked up on was that there's some kind of energy here where people are shocked that you defended yourself, but there's also situations where people are shocked that you made peace and you were kind when people expected you to retaliate. And I do feel it's because, again, you guys have the tendency to just go inward and pray, talk to God, your angels, whatever it is you believe in, and then react. And some of you guys out there who are a little bit more reactive, you're learning how to decide for yourself in that moment, how to make a quick decision. And again, a lot of it's just intuitive, and you're trusting your gut, you're trusting yourself. I feel for some of you, you actually got more comfortable with the darker sides of yourself because you know these sides of yourself is actually something that is within you to control in order to better your life, I'm hearing. So again, we talked about this before. If you're new here, welcome. You guys can hit subscribe. But I know that a lot of you have these really strong gifts, really strong powers, and you learned how to control it in the different seasons of your life. And some of you really repressed a lot of this power, but now you're realizing that you can utilize this for the higher good. And even some of your darker tendencies can be channeled to something productive. Like a lot of you guys out there may have a little bit of passionate anger when you're upset with things, and you can really channel that anger into telling off the right person, standing up for people, so on and so forth. So that's what I'm hearing. People did not expect you to stand up for somebody in a certain situation. There's actually a lot of talk going on because I'm hearing multiple different scenarios. So I'm going to channel into a particular scenario first, and then we're going to go from there. But the first one I'm hearing is that you implemented boundaries, and someone's talking about this to other people. Like, you told somebody if they continue down a particular path, you were not going to support it. You tried to help this person multiple times, and they chose to make a decision that led them down a similar path that you didn't want to go down. And I feel that this person thought that you were still going to talk to them and be a support system for them, but you guys realized by doing that, you're enabling this behavior. So you may have had a critical conversation or a very honest conversation with somebody. No arguing, no fighting, just truthful. And you said to this person, like, listen, like, I don't agree with the choice that you're making, and I can't support you. I'm actually seeing that one scene from Star Wars. I've been getting like some clips of like movies coming up on my TikTok, but she says that like, Anakin, like, you're going down a path I can't follow. And that's basically what I'm hearing. Like, even though she loved him, like, he was going dark mode on her, and she's like, I don't like that, you know? And using his powers for bad. So I'm hearing that you may attract a lot of people who do have amazing qualities and gifts and skills and abilities, but it's within your free will to choose how you react to things and to choose what you want to do with yourself and your powers and your gifts. And all you guys choose to at least take care of yourself and the people around you. And I do feel for a lot of you guys out there, you actually dimmed a lot of your gifts out of fear. But what you're realizing now is that the world needs you and your gifts more than ever. I'm also hearing that another reason why you guys are shocking people is because you are entering new territory. So again, a lot of you are making a transition or a change that people didn't expect from you because they were so used to you doing things a certain way, but you may have been called to something new, or the old ways weren't really satisfying you anymore. That's why I always tell you guys, if you feel bored or stagnant or drained in a particular environment, it could just mean that it's time for a change. And I do feel for some of you, you knew the change that you wanted to make and you were talking about it a lot, but then you finally took action. I always hear this one song, and if you guys have been with me for a while, I always quote it, even though it's like kind of silly. It's one song with G-Eazy where he says, like, if I say something, I mean it. Like, that's what I really feel for a lot of you guys out there. But when you say something, it doesn't always mean that the evidence is going to come out right away or people are going to understand it right away. It doesn't always mean that you guys were even going to act in that moment. Like, say you're going to start a project and you're just telling some people close to you, oh, I have this plan. You guys also know to work at the right timing on things. And just because you say something doesn't mean you have to act on it right away. But the thing is that a lot of people are used to people saying they're going to do things and never do it. So that's another reason why you guys got people shocked. There is something that you went after and did, whether it was something so small like bought something you wanted or made a move or a change, and you have a reputation of being somebody who does what they say they're going to do. But I do feel like maybe some of you guys were in a season where you couldn't act on the things that you wanted to act on, or you couldn't move the way you wanted to move, or you were a little bit surrendered. Like, I'm kind of getting like the hangman energy coming in here, even though I'm just channeling right now. Haven't even pulled cards yet. I will. Bear with me. But yeah, I'm just seeing so much coming in for you guys. But it's kind of crazy because some of you guys were in a season where you did want to do all those things you said that you were going to do, but you were surrendered to spiritual growth first, or rest, or break. But people don't see it as that. So they're thinking to themselves, oh yeah, finally this person is just talk, they're not going to make that change. I knew that. I'm hearing like, yeah, they ran out of options, or what else am I hearing? That, oh, their luck has come to an end. People want to discredit sometimes the blessings that come into your guys' life, because there always seems to be some sort of divine thing catching you every time you fall, or some kind of divinely orchestrated idea that comes to you guys when you need it the most, or something that takes off at the right timing for you. And people sometimes perceive that as luck, or you knowing how to do things a certain way and having a secret formula. Like I was talking about in the last reading, like there's people out there who do copy you guys because they find out that your formula works. Like the way that you are does gravitate people towards people. So again, a lot of people try to rationalize these gifts and abilities you guys have, and they can't. And that's why you guys are the topic of so many different discussions. And I'm hearing a lot of discussions going on, which is crazy, because I feel for some of you, one of the things that you're doing is being more low-key than ever. So again, you probably are talking less about the things that you're doing, or even to people. And that's another thing that people are shocked about. I can't believe they cut us off. I can't believe they're not hanging out with us anymore. I can't believe they're not coming around. I can't believe they actually meant it this time. Because like I was saying, I'm circling back to the last thing that I was talking about, the fact that when I say something, I mean it. There was a situation where you told somebody, hey, listen, I don't like this person you're around. I don't like the path that you're on. I don't like the choices you're making. I don't like what you're doing for your job. I don't like so on and so forth. You guys know this is not judgment here. This is more like when you guys know intuitively that someone's going down a path you can't follow. Like clear as day, they're going dark side on you, and it's going to affect you negatively, and you can't support it. You got to do what you got to do. And the thing is that you gave this person a lot of chances. You were patient with them. Like you let them make their own mistakes. You knew they were healing. You knew they were struggling with this, light and dark aspects, or pain or suffering, whatever it was, right? But they still chose, like they made the decision, and I'm hearing they made their bed and they were forced to lay in it. And there's a situation like that going on in your life now. And then there's another situation I'm hearing that there was somebody, again, that did that to you, but this was in the past. And they're kind of coming out of their lesson from doing that. And they were shocked that you actually came towards them with compassion and kindness, because even though you guys may have not acknowledged this, you felt this person starting to make the shift that they need to make. And you're always there to lend somebody a hand when they're ready to get out of a bad situation, whether it's a toxic relationship or an addiction or a pattern or a choice. But what you're not going to do is stay close to somebody, support somebody who's clearly going in the wrong direction. But your hand is always there waiting if somebody wants to get pulled out. And what I'm hearing is also, I'm not going to save you again this time. But what I'm hearing from that is that what you mean when maybe you said that to somebody, or the energy of you acting this way, I should say. For some of you, you're going to like comment below. You probably actually said that, because I know you guys are my collective, and you guys are like, no, I said that word for word, Alice. So, keep channeling on. But the thing is that, the only time you're not there to keep saving someone over and over again is when they keep doing the same patterns to get themselves hurt or stuck. And then they're calling you like, I need help, I'm ready to change, but their actions don't speak otherwise. And that's why, like, you guys are the type of person to actually show people, not just tell people. And I think that when you say something, you mean it, but when you show people, you mean it too. So yeah, that's the message I see coming in there. You shock people with the way that you are reacting right now in a particular situation. And it's on both spectrums. It's like you are showing compassion to somebody who probably thinks that they think they don't deserve it from you, because they know they deliberately disobeyed you, or they deliberately went a different direction than you. They deliberately tried to hurt you, but you came at them with compassion because you know that they have potential for so much more, and they are exhibiting traits of somebody that is trying to make a change. But I think a lot of guys rather that than somebody that is deliberately not even trying to make a difference, always full of excuses. This is just the way that it is, this is the way that I am. Oh, I can't. When you guys are basically my collective here, you guys are people that are full of, I can, I tried, I'm doing my best. I'm hearing like, it's not fair for you guys to do the best you can for people when you know that they're not doing the same for you. And that's kind of the message today, that through the spiritual transformation that you guys have gone through, whether it was an isolation period or just not having energy to do things, feeling sick, just coming out of a tough time, even depression, whatever it was, it puts you in an energy where you were not able to show up for people or save people anymore the way you used to. And I think it put a lot of your guys' life into perspective when maybe you were down or you had things going on and you realize that even if you wanted to, you don't have the energy to deal with certain people. So again, people are shocked and talking about the way you reacted, but physically, mentally, and spiritually, when God calls you guys to make a change, you're going to do it because you're willing to sacrifice anything you need to for the higher good. And that is something that is ingrained in you, ingrained in your DNA, and why a lot of you guys do identify as light workers, healers, chosen ones, whatever it is. There is a reason why you are chosen. And I always feel like, what is the saying? Many are called, few answered or whatever, or few are chosen. I forget. But the point I'm trying to say is that like a lot of people are called towards things, including these people around you, but they're not listening. And I feel there's like a two-way street when it comes to that. The first step is, yes, being called. And then I think the actual act of being branded a true light worker and healer is actually following the call and sticking to it and trusting God and trusting the path. And this makes you guys a big topic of discussion because what I am noticing that is that you truly do what you say you're going to do. And it's deeper than just, oh yeah, I'm going to go move to this town and do it and then start acting the same ways in this other town. It's a spiritual thing. So some of these transformations have nothing to do with a move or change that you made. It has to do with something internal. And that's the bigger message I see here, because a lot of times in the past, you guys have showed people up and showed off that you did things that you said you're going to do because you do have that resilience. But there is something here about some kind of internal transformation you went through that people were not noticing, that you were maybe suffering and working on yourself and trying your best and trying and failing behind the scenes and doing things. And finally, maybe you just had a breaking point where you decided to change and just switch things up. And again, I think that's just a spiritual thing to want to do that, because the definition of insanity is doing the same things over and over again and expecting a different result. So somewhere along the lines, you saw that someone was doing that and you'd warned them that you weren't going to go down that road with them at all or again. And now they're talking about the fact that I can't believe they cut me off. Like, I can't believe that they said this to me. Oh, they hurt my feelings. So they have personal issues, right? This is my interconnections deck. By the way, guys, if you're interested in getting this deck, I do have mystery boxes, and the chances of getting one of these are pretty high, wink, wink, if you guys want one. I am selling out of all my old decks from my shop, taking a break off of doing that. Just always like to do a little promo. Also, I'm selling a lot of my old books on eBay, too, if you guys are interested. I'm doing I like to say spring cleaning in the winter, but again, winter cleaning. And that could be part of the message too, because sometimes I drop a little promo, but then I think about like, oh, this has something to do with the message, because yeah, spring cleaning. Like some of you guys decided to just randomly just clean your house out of the blue. One day you woke up different, and this is not you just waking up one day different. This is you putting the time, the effort, the prayers, the asking God for help, the willing to say, hey, take away what's not from my path. One day you wake up feeling different, but this is a process where you already were being brought to that point where you knew you had to make a change and you listened to it. And there's other people who just continue down the same road or ignore that or make a conscious decision not to do that. And another thing I want to say is that God and your angels don't let you guys do that. Don't let you guys fail. There's too much divine protection around you. But there are certain people who do certain things and act in certain ways that make them lose that protection. And that's why you may think, oh, how come they can do it? How come it's a problem when I do it? Like, my angels pull me out of this, but they can do this stuff. It's because you're protected, and God doesn't want you guys to go down a wrong path. So even if you tried to get into the things these people were doing or try to go down that path, it just wasn't going to work anyway. And I think that that's something that you guys understand, but other people may not. And that's why they talk about it. Like, they think that maybe you think you're too good for this stuff or that, but it just physically, you know in your gut something isn't for you or something isn't good. It is not you being judgmental. I think a lot of you guys had to come around to the fact that speaking up for yourself and saying certain things to certain people and acting a certain way and setting boundaries is not you being mean. It's not you being malicious, not you being petty. It's you protecting yourself, and it's you trusting your gut. And that's not judgmental. I mean, there's even a judgment card here and judgment in the Bible. Like, judgment's not always a bad thing. These are certain things that are given to us, like the gift of discernment, in order to protect yourself and protect your energy. So gossip is affecting the connection. Right. So unfortunately, on the other end of these connections where you guys are called to help people, there's going to be the toxic people that benefit from this person's bad behavior and patterns. And there's a situation going on here where gossip is affecting. So it's like this person does know what you are saying is true. And they do know that basically whoever this person was, I feel like they didn't fight you on your decision too much, especially not to your face, because they knew you were right. And also, again, partially, they may have felt judged by you. But the truth is that they know they have to make these changes and decisions, but it's pretty hard when they have someone else around them saying things like, oh no, like they're just being judgmental, they don't get it, what we have is special, or whatever it is. This is going to be so many different dynamics that people make a decision to move in a certain direction. But there was a choice that people had in their free will. And that's the reason why you guys can wake up one day feeling very different about someone than what you did. Just like you guys can do these changes and wake up feeling different, they can make a change. They can make a decision in a split second that can change the course of their life or your life. And that's why it's important for you guys to listen to these signs. And that's exactly what you're doing and why people are talking about you. Because, yeah, you woke up feeling like, yeah, I need to cut this person off. Like, out of the blue for some of you guys. And you never probably saw that coming because you and this person are really close. It could be a friendship, or some of you guys, you had to implement a boundary. So again, if it's a family member or someone that you work with, that, or a situation where you can't really cut them off. And I always don't advise just cut off someone, especially if they're family or there's things going on there that are deeper than that. But there is a time period where you might have to for a moment of time. So this person can really feel the loss of you guys. And I think that's exactly what is going on here. Someone is feeling the strength that you guys had given to them taken away from them. Another reason I want to say this, the reason why you guys can't go on supporting someone or even hanging out with them or exchanging them or encouraging them when they're going down a wrong road is because when they go down that wrong road, they're starting to get drained and thrown into bad things and not feeling great. And when you come around, whether it's once a week or once a month, or they want to call you or come back for some air, you're praying with them, you're protecting them, you're rooting them on. And then they come back with all that amazing energy that you give them. And then they go back to what they're doing. And it's kind of like they ride off of that. And that energy helps them kind of stay in the cycle as well. Because if you just let someone keep going on and on and on down that dark road without giving them access to you, they might hit rock bottom and get that breaking point. And that's what I'm hearing. Like, a lot of you guys are realizing that you weren't helping, you were enabling, and basically you didn't feel good about yourself supporting this person, giving them a soft place to land so that they can continue to make the same mistakes. Some of you guys, as a parenting message too as well, like, people are talking about your parenting style from the outside looking in. Maybe people say that you're a strict or harsh parent, but you know exactly what you're doing, and you know this is out of love. So people are very surprised by your tough love ways of being. But then again, you have this reputation. Like, I do see for some of my collective out there, especially my people who are parents or bosses or something like that, you do have a reputation for being a bit of a hard ass, like, for lack of a better term, because you're so serious and focused about the vision, the purpose, what you have going on, your money. Like, don't play with my money, I'm hearing it. But exactly, there's nothing wrong with that. But of course, people who don't have that same mentality, they are going to see this as, what the heck is this person's problem? You're like, my problem is that, I need to get the job done. Like, that's not a problem, that's a solution. You get what I'm saying? But the thing is that, like, bear with me on this because it's actually a positive message. You got this reputation. Some of you guys, if you're the big boss, or whether you're a parent and people talk about you in their social circles, or you're a leader or a teacher or a mentor in one way, it's like you have an extremely compassionate and loving side, but people don't see that because you got to wear a certain hat in a certain environment. So people are talking about something that you did. I feel somebody may have made like a donation somewhere and people were shocked about it. And again, if they truly knew you, they wouldn't be shocked. But I think the reason why, I'm going to tell you guys this, you might be called to be so generous in certain places, certain situations, even though there could be people that don't really appreciate it, is because there is situations where God is making an example of you guys, where people were gossiping around you, and they're like, I'm getting a visual, and I know this is not literal because some of you guys don't even attend these type of things or these type of events, but this could be online, or this could be even just some word of mouth. But I'm getting a visual of, like, say you guys are in some sort of charity event fundraiser, and you're just minding your business and people are talking about you. Maybe you guys have a lot going for you. People assume you got a lot. And I'm just hearing somebody say to somebody like, yeah, this person, they're so stingy, they never want to share, they never offer their help, whatever, they just want to say something to say something. And then all of a sudden, like, there's an announcement that you just donated, like, half of your profits, half of your proceeds to some kind of cause. And it's like, literally, the way that you act to things and the way you react to things, stop these gossipers in their tracks, because God will not allow people to speak on your name in that way. So things are set up in a way where somebody shuts it down. And this can also be in rooms where you guys aren't even in. Like, say someone's placed in a certain room where your haters are, and a conversation about you happens, and they're there to be like, no, first of all, that person's a real one. Like, I barely know them, but they came and helped me at a time of need when no one else did. And everybody is shook. And then that one person who's trying to spread that gossip, that agenda against you is even more pissed because they're like, oh, well, maybe that was a one-time thing. Da, 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 da. But the truth is that you always shock people because you always show up in situations where you're meant to be and you're meant to make a statement. And also, your haters get shocked that somebody always comes in and stops them in their tracks and proves you wrong. There are situations where you have reacted in the opposite ways that people wanted you to act, and not even because they know you or know anything about you. It's because they wanted to place a certain narrative on you to make themselves feel better. And again, these people, these gossipy people, they have personal issues. I think you guys know better than to jump in there and try to defend yourself. I think that's something that people always expect you to do, but you never do it because you know that God has your back. But I really feel there's also some sort of situation where you guys have been that one that people did not expect because you could be quiet or reserved in certain situations, or you know when to speak and when not to speak. Because I'm also getting a visual that you guys walked in a certain situation and you said, I hear you guys have a lot to say about me. Keep my name out of your mouth. And then you just walked off, and everyone's shook because they didn't think that you would confront them like that, or they didn't even think you knew. So yeah, people are talking about the fact that they didn't even know that you knew what was going on. And I think going back to the first situation where you guys ended up ending things with somebody, it was around a time where they were engaging in something that you knew they wouldn't approve of, and it makes them nervous that you know something more. Because I feel like there's always something more to the fact that when you guys get this sense like, I have to get away from this person, there's things that you don't even know that you would be shocked and appalled and probably would have cut this person off quicker. And again, a lot of you just wait till you see the proof and evidence in their behaviors, how they treat you, how they treat other people, your energy levels, or you're just at a breaking point where you just need to focus on yourself. Regardless, with this certain situation with this person, they could have been engaging and talking bad about you when you sent that message to them or made that statement about, hey, we need boundaries, we need a break, this is just not it. Yeah, I think that you're figuring out that your intuition is spot on. Like, you're really figuring that out. And I know you guys always know this, but you used to always kind of maybe, and this is a great quality to have. I always say this because you don't want to be that person that always thinks they're right, that acts on emotions. So you may have these feelings, but you wait and see. Or maybe you have forgiven and came back, and then boom, it happened again, but worse and louder. So you're learning that. I'm going to trust that gut because I don't have the time or the energy or the money to be wasting on these situations anymore. That's what I'm hearing for some of you. Maybe some of you guys are in a tight financial situation, and that is why you're taking time away. But this situation happened for a reason, so that you guys can be shown something. And if you continue down a certain path, how certain people react to when you need help. And sometimes it's not like people will go out of their way to always be malicious, but there's going to be situations where people have no problem taking from you when you need, but at the same time, when they find themselves in a more abundant situations, they don't really want to pay it forward or pay it back to you. Not that they owe you, but it's just more of the matter of you guys spend so much time nurturing, helping, and supporting people. Just a little bit of love back could cost them nothing, really. I feel like you guys just needed a little support and stuff, and a lot of people couldn't give that to you. But I'm going to tell you this, it's because people assume that you already have enough of that you have it better than them, you have more than them, even when that's not always the case. They need help with something. We know that. They want to be friends forever. That's the thing, though, because even in some of these situations, I'm not just talking about a straight hater. I'm talking about someone you love and care about, and they want to be friends with you forever, but you can't go down the path that they're going down. Like, they're going down a path you can't follow, and I'm hearing that very, very strongly. So if you've been feeling that or sensing that, and I think I did a message about this on my Patreon, too. I do have it, exclusive collectors over there, if you guys are interested. But, if you saw it and you saw this one, like, it was something about you had this idea that someone was engaging in addiction or a pattern and going back to old ways. Don't doubt that feeling in your gut, because I do feel like sometimes you guys get that feeling and then you're like, oh, I ended up being wrong, because they were like, no, I was actually doing this, and they could be lying and stuff. So I feel that your gut is always right. Like, or sometimes you guys may get this feeling that someone is engaging in things and then they aren't yet, but you actually almost predict like what they're going to do or what they're thinking about. Yeah, I'm hearing with this individual, and again, this could be something going on in your current energy, so maybe you're going to see it right now, but I think a lot of you guys know who exactly I'm talking about, because I'm hearing you did this. My readings are timeless, but I'm hearing new year, new me, but some of you guys may be seeing this in a springtime in the future. Hey, shout out to my future watchers, even though I'm talking to you right now 6 months in advance, but or whatever month it is, or 5, whatever. It doesn't matter because my readings are timeless, but I know that a lot of you, I see, you watch old Patreons, you watch old videos on my other channel too, because the message still remains. Like, I'm hearing spring cleaning, you did some spring cleaning and it didn't make the cut. Or New Year's resolutions, they didn't make the cut. Or birthday, new me, whatever. Happy birthday, somebody out there's birthday. Hey, happy birthday. I'm hearing a lot of things, but anyways, right. Or I'm so shocked that you didn't invite me to your birthday, I'm hearing. Maybe you guys are deciding, like, these are important milestones in my life, and I'd rather plan it in the way where I know I'm not going to be disappointed, because there were seasons where these people didn't show up for you the way that they needed to, and you're not going to put yourself in a position to be let down again because they choose whatever whim or addiction or idea or situationship that is more important than you. And again, that's addiction. Addiction is when you can't have a balance in your life and you go 0 to 100 in certain situations and you can't show up for the people that always showed up for you. And I mean, there's a lot more to it than that. Some of you guys, it's a serious dark path someone's going down, and you're like, this is going to ruin my reputation, my life, if I am anywhere near you. It's that serious. Some of you guys out there, I don't judge. You have exes or friends that are engaging in illegal activities or dangerous things and scary things. And yeah, like, you love these people, but from an outside perspective, you couldn't even explain some of this stuff to other people without being judged. And people just judge you. Like, you even want to talk to people about this thing that is going on with you, but people even judge you for even talking about it with them. And so that's your sign, like, dang, like, this person is so far removed from the things that I have going on if I can't even be honest with other people about what this person is doing, because I know that people are going to look worse on me, or they're going to think badly about me. And I'm not saying you guys should do anything based upon what other people think, but if you have a career or a reputation to maintain or a family to protect, things that matter, like, again, we always go off this energy of like, oh, who cares what people think? This is about being yourself and being the healthiest version of yourself, going after things you want. Don't care what people think. But there is a certain standard that's implemented in environments that is appropriate for those environments. And I think that a lot of you are realizing that. You're like, okay, I am this person that's so accepting of others until it affects the things that I have going on. And I think that's maybe what's shocking people right now. You guys are having that realization where you're like, I can't be loving and accepting, but this is not this person being their true self. This is this person acting out of trauma. They're acting out of darkness. They're acting out of anger, resentment. Like, you got somebody around you, somebody I'm hearing, that is plotting revenge on somebody, and you're like, I can't sit and listen to this. I'm an accessory to a crime or something. And some of you guys laugh it off like they're joking. You realize this person is not joking. There's something off with them going on. Like, and you sense that. You're like, even being around this could be bad for me. And nor do you want to listen to somebody who's just always thinking the wrong and opposite ways, because people have been saying this thing a lot, and I used to not like it because I have met people that were around people that were really different than them. But then over time, those relationships, I realized they were outgrowing those friendships or whatever. But it's true. You are who you surround yourself with. And sometimes you just got to surround yourself with silence and God to really see the truth. Oh my. So I actually had to stop because something interrupted me. And I think that confirms the message. I usually don't stop the video or even edit it unless there's an interruption. So yeah, you guys are definitely trying to get people out of your life that are interrupting the things that you have going on. And you are so much more productive when you are in alignment, because you are so sensitive. Certain people's energies can truly throw you, and you have to decide for yourself, okay, every time this person calls me, I get agitated, I'm in a bad mood. This person can throw me off. Okay, they're calling me 5 times in a row when I'm working, and you really got to implement those boundaries. There's a lot of relationships in my life I had to let go of because I had told these people over and over again, you can't just keep calling me because I'm working or I'm doing something. And if you don't trust that, work on yourself, because there's going to be situations where people think that you're up to something bad or you're up to no good, and you're not. And that's another message I'm hearing coming through. There is somebody here, and I'm getting like a past lover energy that went a different direction, down a different road, not a great road, because they assumed that when you were working or productive or just doing you were doing something behind their back, because they may have a tendency to be like that. So this person decided to go down a different road, maybe date somebody else who was maybe more codependent or more needy, and now they got more than they bargained for. There's a situation here where, yeah, somebody definitely got themselves in a toxic or codependent situation. Could be friendship as well. I think that the person that was mentioned before also has some codependency. So it could be a relationship that you don't agree with that they are moving towards. And it can even be like a friend or a friend situation too, where maybe that toxicity that someone is engaging in is not that person that you know, but it's someone that they are dating or someone that they're close to, and it's bringing that drama into your life. So yeah, people are talking about the fact that you implemented a boundary and you stuck to it. People are not used to that. They're used to people just wanting to be liked. They're used to people just not having a backbone, or they're used to people maybe distancing themselves but not speaking their truth. And I think that you guys have no problem saying what needs to be said. And again, I am hearing that in some other rooms. You definitely had some individuals that defend you, if not a lot. And that's why I always tell you guys, like, the odds are not against you. You have so much more love and support here on this planet than you even know. And the thing is that sometimes the opposition is so loud to distract you. And again, sometimes someone just knows the exact thing to say to ruin your day or hurt your feelings. And you can have so many people supporting you and loving you, but one really hurtful situation, a person can really throw you off. And you guys are in the place right now where you need to be as strong as possible so that that doesn't happen, or you need to be in a place where there is no one around you that even has that ability to make that happen. And in the same sense, spiritually, like, if you believe that people can open doors to darkness and demons, low vibrational things, you know all the ways to close and protect those doors. But if you are close to somebody who keeps opening those doors up, there are so many times that I have felt spiritual attack, and I look at my phone and I see somebody who messages me, and I know they're not intending on doing that, but there's some kind of thing that they are doing, or some kind of situation or person they're around that's bringing that towards my life, and it's only a matter of time before it gets worse. And that's the thing. People don't realize that our energy is doorways. The biggest thing that I've learned in my life is the quickest way to a spiritual attack is through other people that are close to you. They have the ability to affect you more than even people on the internet. So if you do believe that there's energies that are spiritually attacking you, a lot of you are realizing you got to go inward and go ghost mode a little bit, and then work your way out of that, make yourself stronger, and see where you're at from there. And yeah, people are shocked at the fact that they can control you. Yeah, there's an individual here. This past person wants to come in. We got this Ice King, open relationship control. Right. There's somebody here who went towards something that they felt like they could control, and whether it was they couldn't control their feelings or emotions around you, or they couldn't control you at all, they went down a different road. This person thinks you're magical. People think you're magical. And that's something that's coming up in all these conversations. They're like, this person truly is something else, because every time I see them, they're onto something new. Just when I think that they're going to push forward, they pull back. Just when I think they're going to give up, they keep going. Just when I think that they're never going to stop, they decide to move a different direction. Like, you're always moving in new and interesting ways that people never perceive you as someone that is failing or someone that is not doing a great job, because people truly see you as someone that moves in what makes you happy. You guys also have people talking about the fact that you have walked away and abandoned things that other people had wanted or would kill for, like maybe a job or some kind of page online that may have been doing well but didn't align with you anymore. Like, you paid your dues and moved in a new direction. I'm hearing some of you guys, I don't know, or you paid your bills, and then you were truly working behind the scenes with something else you really wanted. And you guys are also a testament to how people can grow and change over time, because what I'm seeing is that people are just so shocked that you've changed when you always been that person. And again, there are so many people that want to deny these changes that you're making until it's straight in their face. And you are wondering if these people are changing for the worse, but it's actually you're changing for the better, and it's bringing out dark sides in certain individuals. But let's talk about this person right now that is coming through. Okay. You could have blocked this person in the past or blocked them out. But there's an individual here who is, and this card has a bit of nudity in it, so I'm going to cover it. It's the, not allowed on YouTube, but it's the devil card, but usually I don't show on the camera, but I want you guys to see it. But it came out reverse. Like, some of these cards come out in reverse. Like, someone's trying to, reverse the curse. Like, and it could be literal. Like, maybe there's somebody who did send some negativity your way, and they want to reverse it because they're like, oh, I messed up. Like, this person did not deserve that. I acted in emotion. But it could also be words are curses, right? Intentions are curses. The way we act towards people are curses. They curse themselves by deciding to act a certain way that they thought was the best way to protect themselves, but not you. So somebody is finally coming out of this devil energy, and they're realizing that they were this Ice King towards you. We got the Emperor. Yeah, some of you guys, this can also be like a family member or a friend. I'm seeing a masculine energy here. It doesn't matter. An old boss, a parental figure, an ex I'm seeing growing, and they're going to this hermit mode. They're doing exactly what you guys are learning to do, or have learned to do, or have always been for most of you. Some of you guys have Virgo in your chart. You could be a hermit, a self-proclaimed hermit, introvert, and people are just not used to that in general. They're not used to people going inward for happiness and peace. They're used to people going external for validation and all that. And yeah, when you are maybe hurt or upset, you went inward instead of outward towards this person. They're finally moving forward. But why? What's shocking here? This person, was fighting you a lot, or just doing this Five of Swords energy. But if you know anything about the Five of Swords, it's like a lose-lose situation. No matter what, we're going tit for tat here. You refused to do the tit for tat with this person, and you walked away, and maybe even hated this person at one point and swore you never speak to them again. But there's something going on here where this person's starting to have a lot of compassion for you and seeing your situation in a different light. Somebody's feeling guilty about the way they treated you. Wow. Your magical is still coming through very strong. You're magical. When you were around, I felt so good. I felt so energized. What did I do? I made a mistake. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't even have motivation. They took your energy and made something of themselves, even when you guys ended. But it was, everything they did was to one-up you, or to show off to you, or to hurt you, even if they got into a new relationship. So it's like they got so far, and it's like, at the end of the day, you were always the prize. You were always the one that they wanted to impress and be around. So when they lost complete access to you is when they lost everything, even though they could have had it all or gained a lot. Not having you, and this could be also, I feel like for love, it's like that dramatic, but for like family or friends, it could really be like whenever you're around, like they're so excited and the spark is there, and they really had to not have you around for a while to see that. And I think you and this individual, whether it was family or friend or a situation where you guys had a turbulent relationship because you knew this person was a tit for tat type, and that just is not how you move. You decided to just move away from the situation altogether, and over time, or even years or months or years, or depending on the situation, it was apparent to this person that you're not the problem. Because I think that with your growth and your healing and your forgiveness towards this individual, you came back into the situation, or you showed this person kindness, or maybe somebody has ran into this person, or something happened here, or will happen where this person reaches out. I don't know. I feel like you guys are about to shock this person with your kindness once more. But I think that the reason why some of you guys decide to move in a kind way towards people in your past, but not towards other people in your past and your present, is because of your intuition. So something is telling you this person is making a change. I'm hearing prayer. Or it shocked me that you prayed. So maybe some of you guys really got into prayer or God more, and it was something that they didn't expect, or it was something that shifted the situation, or this person got into God in prayer and they're praying about you, and it kind of softened their heart. This person had reached a certain situation where they got so miserable, and they're like, I don't understand. Like, I thought this was going to make me happy. I got everything I wanted. But and I can hear this, like, you lost sight of the reason why you were doing what you were doing in the first place. Whether it was to build a home with someone you loved, or to build a legacy, or a family member to take care of their loved ones, or whatever. They lost sight of who they were. And I think you guys may have told them this or something like that, but it was at a time they weren't ready to hear it. So they thought you hated them, but you never hated them. You loved them enough to see their lack of love in themselves and the situation with you and their patterns with you. So really deep message today. Yeah. It's just that somebody is feeling guilt and they're talking about other people. What shocked them was that they thought coming back in, you were going to act a certain way, or by doing all this stuff to you behind your back, or saying things to you, or trying to one up you or compete with you, you were going to keep that, the flame was going to keep going with the things that they were doing. But they put out the flame. You put out the flame. You said, I'm no longer doing this with you anymore. Like, I just can't. And they were going down, like I was saying before, they were going down a path that you couldn't follow in. But they could even been the one to tell you, like, oh, we're just two different people, two different paths, blah, blah, blah. And the truth is that everything that they've done was for you, or at least to have you around, or with the idea of you being in their future. So that's crazy. Someone's talking about the fact that I'm hearing the reason is you. The reason, that's the reason for all that I do. The reason is you. I'm not a perfect person. I never meant to do those things to you. I used to love that song when I was a youngin'. I know sometimes these things can seem impossible, but they are possible. But again, a lot of times in these situations, it takes a lot of time and work and energetic work that you love someone so much, you might keep going back to them and enabling some more, or whatever. You guys had a tower moment that was maybe placed upon you, or you chose to do, that prevented this transformation from never happening. So it was always meant to happen. You guys were always meant to make this person transform, but they had to go be deep in the darkness in order to do that. This connection needs boundaries. He set a boundary. Shocking, but that is shocking for a lot of people. For how much you love this person, it was so shocking how much of a boundary you set with them, because it shook them. They're petty. They're bad at confrontation, too much drama. You are a good friend to them. They are dishonest. They want to argue. See that? They're not happy right now. They wanted to do all these things with you, and you wouldn't allow them to. You're like, no, that's not what we're doing. We're not going to fight. We're not going to argue. We're not going to be petty here. This is not what we're doing here. We act out of love, or we don't act at all. And this is what you did. You said, we're not going to act at all on this. We're going to walk away from this. And boy, are they really regretting everything. So, yeah, you got people talking about how this person hasn't been the same since you guys left them behind. This person's realizing they got to go chase after their happiness. Someone probably started drinking more when you were not around. And it could go both ways too, especially if it's a soulmate or divine counterpart. Maybe you went back to some old habits too and realized that this person made you happy in some ways as well. And even if they were somebody you're not going to be with long term because of, issues that you've moved or healed past, or just you want something else. There is something to be said that about, like, you weren't wrong to feel like the genuine times you guys had together were genuine, and that they did things to destroy the genuinity and the pureness of that relationship. Like, you're not wrong for that, is what I'm picking up on. Because again, some of you guys were made to feel, because things that may have gotten so ugly in some of these connections, you were probably made to feel like you did something wrong, or that two of us are at fault here, it takes two to toxic, whatever. But if someone is mad at you for walking away, that was the only choice that they gave you. And this is what they're realizing, and they're talking about it to other people. I didn't expect them to walk away, and I don't know why, because the way that I was acting is because I was afraid of them of walking away, but I ended up making that happen anyway. And for some of you guys, they really just didn't give an F about anything because they were so lost in the dark. But until you walked away, they lost a source of light in someone they cared about. But it's not a personal thing. Sometimes people just don't love themselves, and they don't feel like they deserve anything good, and they act in these types of situations. But someone has really grown into so much love for you that with the Emperor here, this is an energy that wants to be in your life long term. And you sense that there's something still there. So if this person had come back into your life, you were kind to them, or maybe you guys even reached out to this person and was kind to them because you felt called to it after months or years, with no intention behind it. Even if it was a past lover or a friend or family member, you're like, I just want to see how you're doing because I still care. I still love you. But there's something going on here where you may have noticed this person calling out for you spiritually, and they may have thought that all was lost. But this person is talking about how shocked they are with how kind you are to them, how compassionate you are to them, how much you understand them and get them when they did not do the same for you. And this is why you guys are such beautiful, amazing light workers and healers. You see beyond that. You know that this person was struggling and hurting, and you know that if there's a chance to better this person's life, or they have a chance to better other people's lives, or if they have a chance to come back into your life and have somewhat of a cordial, good connection, it would be the best thing for everybody involved, especially if it's like a situation you got a co-parent or something like that. You don't have to get back together, but there's something here to be said if this is love. But if it's family, this is even more beautiful, like a relative or a friend that's like family. Like not all is lost here. They just went down a wrong road, but sometimes, again, people have to do that. I think this person pushed you away out of fear, also fear of your judgment. They felt like you were always judging them, but you never were. You were just someone who wanted love from them, and you weren't getting it. Genuine love from them that you wanted. You wanted a genuine friend. You wanted a genuine relationship with them. And they are so lost in the dark that they didn't know how to have that, whether it was with you or anyone else. So they could have had to make a decision to go back to some old ways in order to move forward. So yes, we do have someone here. They wanted to do all these things, lie to you, have boundaries, be petty, argue. But this person may have these traits in them. So even when or if they come back into your life, or if you're already doing that with boundaries, especially if it's like family or friend, they may still try to go back to their old ways, but I think that you guys are acting so differently than how you used to act. Like, you're like, okay, this is my brother or my sister, this is my mom, this is my parent, this is my friend. Like, you just nip it in the butt and implement boundaries. And it always has them shook and have them looking at themselves like, oh yeah, I don't even know why I got that mad. Like, you know how to keep this person's darkness at bay, while other people add to it. So if this is an ex, they want another relationship where they did have someone who wanted to go tit for tat with them, and none of it brought them the happiness that having you around did. And also, hurting you and having you walk away brought them more sadness than, it's like, it's crazy because there's just chaos and disorder when they get what they want here, which is being petty, arguing, fighting, and competing with people. This is not what they came here to do. They came here to help others. Just like, I mean, all of us, we all have a gift, and in our purpose is to share it with the world. And they have a gift here. Maybe something to do with their work. They do, this person, maybe they are, I see King of Pentacles and I'm seeing the Emperor. So somebody tells me this person has a destiny to be a leader or a boss, or they are somebody who knows how to make money. They just had some trials and errors in their life, or this is somebody who is a good in the workplace, but maybe they're not so great with their family life, or maybe they're a great boss, but they're not so great parent, or maybe like they have good qualities and you're like wondering like, why can't they bring those amazing qualities to my relationship with them? Because they have some intimacy issues that needed to be worked out, and they had you and them had something going on here, spiritual, that was transforming you guys. But again, your behavior, going back to the first message, don't want this person to take over the whole thing, but your behavior towards them shocked them, and it got them talking to other people saying, I want to make this work. Maybe we can start off as friends, or if this is like a lover or an ex, but for a lot of you guys, maybe we could just be friends, because there's something here still that can benefit the both of you. And for those that this resonates for, a family member or a friendship, they're like, I want to work on this friendship. I want to work on this. In the Ten of Pentacles here, they don't see them having it all without you there. And if this is a family member, this is so beautiful because there's a family imagery over here. But wow, so you got these people talking about how much you've changed, but some of the change you guys have done, which is not putting up with their stuff anymore. And you would think that that wouldn't change people, but it does when you implement boundaries and you walk away and they realize and they learn little by little that if they want access to you and they want you in their life, they have to change their ways and watch what they say and not argue, be petty, or whatever issues they have here going on. Short term. Past life. You could have shared a past life with this person as well. Maybe this person has fair features as well. But again, I don't like to go by that. When I see this fair male card, ever since my pick a card channel, if you guys haven't checked that out, I have a channel with pick a card readings, love readings. Whenever I saw this card, I always thought Libra energy, Libra or air sign, like someone very logical, or maybe even an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Someone who's like trying to be logical and rational, but they overshot their rationalness because what you did was invoke emotion in them, and those emotions made them feel things that was causing them to need to change. So maybe you were just honest with this person, or you told them the truth, or whatever, and it invoked things that made their logical brain go haywire, and their logical brain was like, well, they're just trying to hurt me because I'm hurting with things they're doing. But they were only hurting from the things you were doing because you were trying to help them and heal them. And sometimes it hurts when it heals. It hurts to hear the truth. Sometimes it hurts to love people. Like maybe this is a love situation where you guys loved each other so much it almost hurt because it was bringing up so much pain and trauma, especially with past lives. Like, if you guys do believe in that, if not even in our own lives or our DNA or breaking family patterns, there is trauma in that, and we react in not so great ways to even love because it's foreign to us, or our version of love was toxic, or it resulted in hurt and pain. So there was hurt initially by how much this person cared about you. And for some of you guys, if it's a family member, especially like an older family member, like they saw a lot of themselves in you, or even a lover, they saw a lot of themselves in you. And that's why they're so angry towards you, because you invoked something in them that they didn't heal within themselves. And yeah, this person almost has like a knee-jerk reaction to maybe like kindness or love, but they're good at getting some kind of job done here, and they needed to balance these aspects. So yeah, that's the message I have for you guys. Like, it's a really beautiful message, honestly, because you shocked this person with your kindness and leading by example. Set this person back onto the right path because they want to have you around. Like, that's how much you mean to them. And again, I'm hearing that one song, I Still Love You, I'm Sorry, where she says, like, I thought you hate me, but instead you called and said, I miss you, I'm sorry. Like, this person could have reached out to you and said, I'm sorry. Or you could have been the one after years to reach out and be like, hey, I'm sorry, let's put the past behind us. Because maybe you felt this person was changing or realizing their mistakes. They just thought that this situation was dead, that you wanted nothing to do with them. When in reality, at the time, yes. But now, if there's change here, an actual respect and accountability, you know that it could be a beautiful thing to have this person back into your life, regardless of the situation. So again, this is not going to be a situation with somebody who just brings you down, tears you down. This is someone who has aspects that lights you up in one way and you light each other up in one way. And if this is family, then obviously you want to get along. Or if this is a friend, only hurt will come of this. They want to be like you. They are regretting something. They respect you. Hell yeah. They love spending time with you. We love that. This person respects you. And that's also what they're talking about. Who is this hard ass? They're like, I heard them say, I don't respect a lot of people, but I respect the heck out of this person. And you would think that the way they treated you, they didn't respect you, but this is a problem within themselves. They almost saw you in such a high regard that it triggered them. And your opinions of them hurt them, or you trying to help them hurt them because you were holding them accountable when no one else did. And you're going to have a lot of these types of relationships with people, but sometimes you won't see the changes in others. Some people don't. Some people go worse. Some people go dark mode, and that's it. But right here, we got somebody here who at least went into a place of acceptance and understanding. They could have had some heart feelings, but I think that the way you guys are reacting to them now, they're lightening up. They're lightening up towards you. You lit this person up. You literally lighten them. You lighten their energy and uplift their spirits. And they had to be lost in the dark without you to see that. This person has gone through some dark spaces mentally. And I don't think that they share that with a lot of people. Or maybe they do. But even if they use it as an excuse in their relationship with you in the past, the darker spaces that they went through without you there was something that they needed to go through without you. Because I think if they were mentally a little bit off, it was due to like their own actions and stuff, but they had to go through a spiritual transformation, which is like basically letting go of those things that bring those energies in, as far as like, yeah, you guys get what I'm saying. I have to keep going on. It's going to be so specific to your situation because I'm getting so many different scenarios, but this person is talking about you. They didn't try in the past, or they ran away, or they ended things, or they were petty or mean because they just thought they had to hurt you before you hurt them. Only hurt was going to come of this. But the way that you guys acted showed them that this is not dead, that there's love here, that love can grow still from something that's dead. Like love is, wow, like Alice is going hippie mode, but love exists. No, see what I did there? But no, love truly exists. Like you showed this person love truly exists because they love the heck out of you. But it didn't feel like that at first because it felt like a lot of pain, a lot of fire, a lot of passion, a lot of anger, a lot of resentment, a lot of fear. That's what it was. Fear. Even if it was a romantic connection, there was so much fear here that turned them against you. And it could be, again, other people, bad influences, whatever. You lost this person to the dark for a little bit, you know, and or at least the dark side of you not having a great relationship. I feel like it doesn't have to be so extreme depending on your circumstances, but justice is here. Oh my gosh. Wow. There's an energy of I can't beat them, so I'm going to join them. They're like packing it up. I gotta come back. I gotta come back around this person because when the sun shines, we shine together is what I'm hearing. Yeah. Like they know the sun is shining. But I'm hearing that one song where he said, how do I trust somewhere the sun is always shining? Like you can. You really can. You were not too good to be true. I'm also hearing that one song. I think like Machine Gun Kelly. A lot of songs coming in. This person listens to music and they think about you. Very, very sweet. Even if they're a little bit of it. I'm hearing hard ass. Okay. We got a little more Libra energy here. Evil. Yeah. People. This person kind of envied you at certain points, but then they realize, why am I envying someone I can be just like, or I am just like? But again, a lot of this could have been other energies, darker energies. When you have a divine union, or if you read the Bible, you guys know I've been into it, but the low vibration, the devil, whatever you believe, right? They're against unity. They're against, we're stronger as a group. They're against family. They're against positive support, because when two or more are gathered, your prayers are stronger, your energy is stronger, right? So it causes division, basically. Low vibrational energies cause division. So some of you guys, it was just your relationship was spiritually attacked, and it got dark, but it can come back from it because there's so much love here, and that's the most beautiful thing about love. Like you can't be like idealistic about it. You have to be realistic about it. And you had been seen as you had to be cold towards this person in order for them to realize it. And that's why some people don't ever get this other side of things, because they keep going back when the flame is hot, when the house is on fire. You got to wait till the house burns down, and they got to go at it, and you don't even let them back in. Then they got to go at it alone and figure it out without you, and realize, wow, I really had it freaking good. And for some of you guys, it wasn't even that extreme. It was like they were just so scared of the connection with you that they decided to just go towards something else. And unfortunately, that led them down a wrong road. But this person feels guilty about hurting you. They realized that you were never what they thought you were. And honestly, deep down, they knew that you were just a good person wanting the best for them. It's safe for you to be powerful. You know how to be powerful in a loving way that benefits yourself as well as others. What did I say? You guys may have a dark side to you, but you may have used it against this person to speak the truth they needed to hear or to defend yourself. So that's another thing people are talking about. Yeah, this person does have a dark side to them. Yes, there's someone you don't want to mess with. I'm talking about you. Like, people are saying this, but what shocks people is that side does not come out unless it needs to, unless you're under attack, unless you are just fed up and over it. You're always someone patient and kind. So people are talking about the fact that you may have lost your SHIT on this person or other people, and yeah, they can talk about it all they want, because there's conversations going on where you guys have lost it on people and went off on them, and people were like, hell yeah, like, this person could have complained to other people about the things you said about them or the things you said to them, but people were like, yeah, I mean, dang, they kind of have a point. Maybe no one ever told them this, but people are actually thinking that and talking about it to other people. They're like, honestly, when Collective went and said that to that person, we all were thinking it. We all were thinking it. So spend time alone in nature, meditating your desires and intentions. Yeah, that's what you guys are doing right now. But that's the message I have for you guys. I really loved it. I thought it was really cool. People are talking about the fact that about something that you did to this person, and I think you did them in, and you may have fought back. So you might be surprised that this person calls you and says, I miss you, I'm sorry, because you may think that this person wants nothing to do with you because of the way you retaliated. But that was the only time anyone ever stood up to them like that, with love, not to with love and respect, not to tit for tat, even though things may have gotten a little disrespectful. But they only had people retaliate with tit and tat, and it wasn't that serious the way that you guys retaliated with force and energy and power. And you basically took the light that you gave this person and sucked it out of the situation. You took your stuff and you left. Maybe this person did you dirty and you literally left home or left this relationship, whatever, or you kicked them out. Like, you took extreme measures, and yes, they've been kicked out before or yelled at before or penalized before, sure, because they're petty, but they've never been shut out like that, because you were dang serious about it. And I can't believe they really did that to me, but I deserved it. And so that's why this person might be surprised that you still have compassion and they have compassion for you. So there's still love here, basically. Yeah, like that one part of the song where he says, like, they should be crowning you. You're way too good to be true. Like, they're like, this person, like, they really did that, huh? Like, they're impressed by the things you've accomplished, your attitude, the way you've changed, the way you've worked on things, and your strength, your ability to speak your truth, even when you're standing alone. So this person realized the qualities that you have. They felt the same ways you guys have felt in certain situations. They're better off teaming up with you, and you guys are better off together in one way or another. So that's the message I have for you guys. A connection is healing here. Look, take my hand. Look, they're finally taking the hand. They're like, okay, I'm ready. And you guys could do what you want with that information. But again, this is spiritual, so it could be very literal in some of your situations. But yeah, what I'm hearing is somebody is talking to others about the fact that they didn't expect that you still would love them after how they treated you. But they're like, you know what? I still love them too. And the only reason why I didn't try is because I thought that all was lost here because of the way that I acted or the way that they told me off. I never felt so rejected or hurt in my life, but they needed to feel that from you because it changed them. It shook them. Even if they did kind of retaliate in a way where they wanted to prove themselves and better themselves to show you they weren't that, you helped them improve even when they were being petty. So you kind of have this ability to take people's dark sides and help them channel into good. That's why for some of you, you don't care about being the enemy or the villain to this person, or you don't care about being the bad guy, or because you know, even when someone is trying to compete with you and do better than you, at least they're doing something for themselves instead of just being a victim, you know? So that's what I'm seeing. But this person's coming out of energy. They're like, why am I working against this person? I could be a powerhouse if we were to, and honestly, some of you guys, it doesn't have to be with work. It doesn't have to be with money or anything. This could be energy. You're just stronger together. You're stronger as a unit, whether it's family, friends, or love, or a relationship. They're inspired by you and they're possessive. Yeah, this person still feels a sense of possessiveness over you. Or maybe their possessive ways got in the way of your guys' connection, but the angels support this connection. They freaking love you. Amen. Okay, that's what we got. Trust issues affected the connection, both ends, for sure. They feel safe around you. This person found themselves around bad people and bad influences. and they were influenced badly, maybe growing up or in this situation. So yeah, that's the message I have for you guys. This person is talking about something that you did in regards to this connection that surprised them and shook them, but actually benefited them for the better. It was just something that had to happen. Or they're surprised that something you did doesn't tell them off and walk away that really hurt them, but they're surprised about the fact that you still find love and compassion for them after the bad of the past. And that's the thing, like, truly sometimes no relationship can heal without forgiveness and understanding, but it takes boundaries and learning and healing on both ends in order to do that. And I think for some of you guys, this could be something coming in. So keep that in mind, because we're talking about the conversations this person is having. Someone's having conversations with people and they're like, this person is being kind to me again, and I'm shocked about it. Or they're saying, this person is not what I thought that they were. I've never been able to like that. They truly love me. I've never felt like this before. I've never felt love like this. I never felt like love is tough love. And I think that's why, going back to the original message, you guys are giving that same energy to somebody else you love, because the people around them that they think love them, that are letting them go down this path, don't really love them. You actually told them, like, they want to tell you that you're not a good friend for abandoning them or da-da-da-da, but the truth is that you're trying to save their life. You're trying to take drastic measures to save somebody's life. And I think that's a different energy, but that energy came up first, where they're shocked, talking about the fact that you left them again, or you left them behind, or you told them off, or you judged them on what they're doing. You're like, no, I'm trying to fight for your life. It's time for you to fight for yours on your own, because I can't do this with you anymore. You guys are magical. Keep up the good work, guys. I really love my collective because you truly care about people. I want you guys to comment below if you made it to the end. I am super magical, and I have the ability to transform my life and others. And by the way, guys, I just wanted to mention, if you like to have the opportunity to hang out with me, I am now streaming on Twitch, and on Mondays I'm gonna do like a spiritual type of topic. And what I have planned for the next one is we did vision boards, so we're gonna do manifestation candles. But if you're also into gaming, we do play games over there too, so you can follow me on Twitch, QueenAliceLove with a 0, if you guys want to pop in and say hello, because it's a nice way to actually connect with you guys on a different level. We chat, we hang out, and we put the cards away and we get real. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys all next time. I love you guys. Bye.